Wiz, man, what's up,
What's up,
Playboy?
man?
Gang, what up, gang?
What's up with y'all, man? What's up?
Mike, Mike.
Finally made it.
You made it to Untold.
Finally made it, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Busy man right now.
Yes, sir.
A little bit.
So, man, listen. For those that don't know, where you from, who you are, and some of your early accomplishments, and then we're gonna go to the backdrop of your story.
Okay. I started with my brother. Tone Capone. My brother actually got me into music. He passed away a few years ago, maybe like 26 years ago. His birthday is actually coming up November 12th.
Okay.
I used to be breaking and all that, and my brother actually got me into rapping. He used to write all my raps at first. So he used to write my raps until one day he was like, I'm not going to write your raps no more. Write your own rap. So I wrote a rap. He tore it up. This whack. I'm like, dang, you don't like it? No. Write another one. Right. I wrote another one. He balled it up and threw it in my face. It's trash. I got so mad, like, yo, man, you been disrespectful. Like to the point I wanted to fight him or whatever.
Right.
So he's like, nah, like you just saying that ain't good. So then I wrote the final rap.
Okay.
And he was like, there it is. And from that day, it was like, all right.
Now, what age was that?
I probably was like, maybe, I want to say like 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah, we had like a group back in the day. First it was Baby Black Posse.
That was your first rap
BBP,
name?
the first rap group. BBP.
Okay.
Then we turned into Lyric Lords. That's when we got my old head Sheeb from down Grat Street, Gratz in Montgomery.
Okay.
Shout out Sheeb. Like he's the first person like that believed in us to spend some money on me and put us in the studio. So we did that, and it was like, you know how you be the neighborhood celebrity or whatever. You got a record out.
Right.
Then winning all them talent shows at school, at Gratz and Mansion, and I'm showing my age, the Uptown Theater. I'm showing my age right now.
Yeah.
But I ain't ashamed of it. But
nah.
You know what I mean? About to turn the big 5-0 this year.
5-0. Yeah.
November 17th.
Hey.
I'll be in Club 50, man.
Good. You missed 50 year hip hop though. I made that.
Oh yeah.
50 year hip-hop.
Oh, you get bragging right.
Yeah.
You get bragging right.
Good, though.
Yeah, that was a beautiful time, man. It was a beautiful time.
So you were going into transitioning to writing your own raps, becoming an artist, had a group.
Yeah.
Right. From
Baby Black Posse to Lyric Lords.
Right. Okay. So let's go on that. Let's touch base on that.
So a lady Joe the Butcher, if you know who Joe the Butcher is, Joe Nicolo was the first person to ever record us. So, they had Rough House Records. So a lady by the name of Roseman.
Roseman was my buddy.
Roseman.
Roseman Pierce.
We was in talks about getting signed to Rough House. And she was very interested in it. So we kept going back or whatever, back and forth. But my brother died in the process. So that was the end of that. And then at that time, I ain't really want to do music without him.
Right. This was like early 95.
Yeah, 90, yep. 90, my brother's like 6'6", 94.
Yeah.
He died 94. And, it took a toll on me because I still wrote raps, but I ain't really want to be in it without him. So, I went to the streets after that. Like, it was like, I'm going to get this money, man. F rap. I ain't really care about it like that.
Okay.
So I went outside. You know what I mean? But still rapped. Still rapped like crazy. Up until a guy around my neighborhood, Fat Malik from up area, brought Gilly to me. He brought Gil to one of my spots that I was doing my thing at. And like, yo, they get ready to start this thing called Major Figures or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I could have been a figure, which is crazy, right? I could have been a figure. Like, Gil will tell you the story yourself. So Gil hit a rap, and then I rapped. He said, I thought you ain't rap. I thought you ain't really rap. I'm like, nah, I ain't say I ain't know how to rap. I know how to rap, but I just ain't, I ain't had a passion to like really take it like I was doing it with my brother.
Right.
And then my man, Bread, they had a group called PNB. And they was doing crazy shows with Steve Brody, Raw Silk, Daryl Schuler, when they used to do all those joints at, what's the joint down 7th from Arch?
Oh,
that club they used to be down there. But they used to do Gotham. They had the city on. They was doing it.
What was that, Club Flow? No.
No, it wasn't Flow. It wasn't Flow yet. It wasn't Flow yet. Something.
No, 7th
from Arch, right where the Fed building is at.
Right.
So they were
so many different names.
They was doing like major shows, and that gave me my spark back. Like thanks to Bread, Bread really put me.
You talking about Joe Bread?
No, Bread from down Grass Street, not Joe Bread. Recipes Joe Bread too.
Joe Bread, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he got me back in it, and it was. Yeah, I got that fire back, and then I just started doing my own thing.
What was, or when was, how can I question this? When and where did you, begin to link up with the Ram Squad before they was signed to Universal and everything?
So, Bread actually introduced me to Boy Backs.
Okay.
And there was a record called Northside. So it was a bunch of people from like the Highlanders, Shotdacious, X-Man, Bread, Peanut. There's a bunch of people in the studio. So Bread like, yo, my man nice. So I knew Hill though from like just ciphers. Like I met Hill at the Y on Broad and Master, and we was outside. Me, him, my man Butter. We was like just in the cipher, and I knew Hill already. But once I got introduced to Bax, that's how I got on the Regardless album. You feel me? That
Right, I remember that
the
one.
yellow tape with the blue ram on it, and I was on that song Northside. And me and Bax like got tight after that. We had started like linking up, got his number, he got my number. And ironically, my girl at the time and his girl was like this. So my girl like, come on, we going to my girlfriend's house for dinner. So we go over there and it's Bax and I'm like, oh, wow. So it was different, man. It was different. But that's how I ended up linking up with Ram. That was the first initial meeting with them.
The initial meeting.
Yeah.
Now, when was it that they brought you in as a Ram Squad member?
Well, from that time, me and Bax used to be together like all the time, bro.
Okay.
We used to be together all the time, linking up, going in the studio, and they was working on the Regardless project, and in the process, Bank died. Yeah. Bank had got killed. Rest in peace, Frank Bank. And it was like turmoil around that time. It was crazy. But in the midst of that, when they still dropped the album Regardless, so like 100,000 independent. And that's when Universal signed them, and then they started working on that Random Access Money album. And then it was like we all championed around them and went in the studio and just started knocking that stuff out.
So I'm gonna take you back to before the Universal signing.
Okay.
So it was Epi that got y'all the deal.
Epi.
My man Epi.
Rest in peace to Epi. That man was like a father to me, man.
Absolutely.
It
was a good guy overall.
We had the steak shop right up here.
Up the street, yeah.
Standing on Washington Lane, yeah.
Absolutely. So
wow.
Epi had some stake in that.
Yeah.
With Universal, of course, because of his late wife.
Linda Creed.
Absolutely.
Who wrote some of the greatest records ever.
Right.
Ever. She wrote The Greatest Love of All.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote People Make the World Go Round. People make the world
Her catalog is extensive.
Like, she is like a genius. Her and Tommy Bell.
That's correct. Yep.
Like, so that was Epi's wife. So when we used to come into Epi's house, it was like a bunch of, she wrote I think I want to dance with somebody. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. She wrote a lot of Whitney Houston records. She wrote, "No, I'm saving all my love." She wrote a bunch of records.
It's a lot of hits.
Yeah, so you know, Epi was like a different type of guy. Like Epi showed me class. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Epi showed me like the other side of life. Like, this is how you do it on this side. Like fine dining.
Right.
Dressing well, living well. Epi and my old head Polo Joe.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Joe. He showed me how to like really put it on, but Epi showed me like the finer side. Like it was just different.
Grooming you for the next level of life.
For the next level of life. It was so different, man.
But during that signing, you guys went on a crazy run.
Yeah.
With Universal.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all had what? Y'all had Trey Lee. I think I was dealing with the promo pack during that time.
Yeah, we went on a road. We went on a promo tour with Tracy Lee. We went from Boston to Miami. Crazy thing is Tommy and Bax had both got locked up during that time. Right? They both got locked up, and I had to do promo runs for them. Me by myself. Damu Mtume was handling that run. Dang, all I keep saying rest in peace. He passed away too. Rest in peace to Damu Mtume, who played a big part in that Ram situation around that time. So he's like, yo, you gotta do it. Like, until they get out, you gotta do it. So I went on a promo run for them, and then when they got out, everything picked back up. So that was a crazy, crazy time, man. That was a crazy time. Let me tell you this crazy story about Ballers. How Ballers happened. Ballers, that was produced by Don Groove. We in the studio. Ty Dash comes in. Ty Dash was the A&R over at Universal. He comes in and he's like, yo, man, we need a record. We ain't got a record. So Groove in there, like, he like, what's this? And Rob Smooth was playing the keys. Rob Smooth is playing this. And then he played like a little bit, and then Groove defined it, but Groove had the beat and doing all this. Man, that was a crazy time. Ty Dash was like, this is the single. Come up with a hook, find a hook, and I went in there. I see nothing but gangsters up in here. I see nothing but ballers up in here.
That was you on the hook?
Yeah. That's me on the hook. That's me on the bridge. Let me do my thing. Y'all gonna know my name. I got so mad. I got so freaking mad at the video because Suave said it in the video.
Yeah,
that wasn't Suave.
The whole time
that was me.
Wow.
I did the hook, the bridge, my verse. Like, the song damn near was my song. Wow. It could have been my song featuring them. If you really think about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did the bridge, the hook, and my verse.
I'm looking at Baller's video. I actually was watching it the other day. Guy that you talking about, he had the braids like that guy.
That's not him. He's lip singing that.
Right.
That wasn't shout out to Suave, that's my man. But that's not him. That was me, man.
Wow.
Like so Ram Squad, the group was Suave, 6ix9ine, Bax, and Tommy. Right? Me and E-Rex was affiliates.
Right.
We was Ram Squad affiliates. Like, but on that contract, it was them. That's who was the group. Like, if you see the pictures, you'll see Bax, Tommy, Suave, and 6ix9ine.
It was only four.
That's who you'll see.
But I do know that you was part of that Ballers record.
Oh yeah, like and a lot like I played a vital part in making that Random Access Money album. I was in that studio day and night. This is when Tommy and I got really tight. Tommy and I got really tight because him and Bax started beefing. Like they started going through it. They beefing. One day we coming out of a show, Bax didn't show up for it. They start fighting, coming out the tunnel. They rumbling. Like I'm talking about they getting it in. We coming up the tunnel, like, it was like crazy. When I say crazy, it was insane. So they would fight, and then it was like, I started feeling like, wait, man, I'm doing a lot of work not to be getting the money. I just had a son, so I'm like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be down with them. All right, this ain't it for me. This ain't it. I ain't making no money, and I'm doing a lot of work, but I ain't making no money.